Hey everybody, it's Wednesday and I'm going to do a little craft demo for you. Some of you may know that I have a Rolodex club that meets on Tuesdays, and I thought I would do an example today, give you an idea of what the club's about. So I'm just going to go ahead and start it. Okay. Sound works okay. I've got a mic on today, and then I don't know if I've done it right. So you guys let me know if it's not working. Hopefully you can hear me. All right, so I'm going to start by cutting my die. And so today I'm going to do a little mixed media, a little paper layering. And let me get so I can see your comments. Come on. All right, so I'm going to start with my Rolodex die, and this is one of the ones from Studio Light. I have a couple from Studio Light and a couple from Heidi Swap. And they make it super simple to start, make your own Rolodex. And it really is just, you know, an old-fashioned Rolodex setup. And you can use an old Rolodex if you want. I've talked about that before. But I've pulled some stuff from my stash, and the way the club works is on, and let me know, by the way, if you can hear me. But the way the club works is that you come, you cut a few blanks, and then we usually do mixed media stuff on top of it. But I wanted to do a little more of a finished product today. And this is the sample that we will copy next week on Tuesday, next Tuesday's class. So hopefully this looks fun to you and you sign up. But I've pulled some Prima stuff. So there's these crystals, I've got some butterflies. They have butterflies in all sorts of colors. And then this is the Nature Lover chipboard sticker pack, and the Nature Lover journaling note cards. And so I've got those things to pull from. I also pulled one of these. This is my, from last week, I did some molding. So this is one of the elements that I made. Hi Jill, good morning. And I just pulled some dimensional stuff, and I don't know if y'all know that I sell these. These are the Harmony water reactive dyes by Spectrum. They act a little bit like the distress stains. So if you like those, you might like those. And so let me see what I'm gonna start with. Oop. Okay, so this is a Prima stencil, and I'm going to start with this, I think, yep, with some modeling modeling paste. This is Liquitex modeling paste. It's a little slick, and I'm just doing, this is the mixed media side of this. I'm just going to put a little bit of this texture down. And oh, come on, there we go. Dry that up. And this is just a piece of scrapbook and cardstock that I had around. Hey, Noemi. There's not a kit. It's a $5 make and take. You come and you partake of all my stuff. So the class will be like the sample will be suggestive, because basically, you know, the things that I use, you'll have options. So for instance, if I opened a pack like this for the class, you would get to choose one of your butterflies, you know, use some of these. So we would create maybe just one card with some elements on it. I was for a while there running it a little more like my the make and takes, you know, my ATCs I used to do, which I just put all my stuff on the table and like, yeah, I'll play with them. But I think maybe people need a little more of an idea of an actual project. So this is what this is going to be. Just give you an idea of what you might go home with. focus it a little bit. I think it was a little overwhelming, a little maybe too open-ended for some people. And so I'm just starting with some texture, and I put down some Eyes Ink spray. This is the shiny spray that they have, and I'm going to now touch it up, the texture, with a little bit of this ink. And this is all just background work, so you know, all the same principles apply that I apply to everything that I do, which is if you don't like it, you're not done. So we're just going to keep playing with it until it looks the way I want it to. And you know, if I look at the color palette here, it's a little lighter than this, so let me think about throwing down a little lighter color maybe. This one's clogged a little bit. You all know I love my sprays. They do clog. So it's going down a little foamy. That's okay. Maybe that'll create an interesting splotchy pattern on the back, which I'm all over. You can see that it's warping. That I can change as long as I get it nice and bone dry, and I can always press it afterwards. Now this stuff that I put on is water reactive, so that spray that I put on is interacting with it. You can see if I dry from both sides, it flattens out a little bit, gets that moisture content out. But again, I'm not so worried. So there, that turned the color a little bit to something a little brighter, or more subtle. Okay, so if I were doing just a pure Inherit version, I would probably keep going with the texture and stuff like that. But I want to end up with something a little more finished today. So I'm just going to keep going and start adding elements and demonstrating maybe how to, you know, work with that. These journal cards are fun. They're two-sided, and you get multiples of each one. Pull some ones that I like. Ooh, like that. Okay, so I'm just going to be I'm just interested in the layering, so I'm going to come in and just put in some imagery in there. At this point, I'm going to start by additioning a little bit, which if you've watched any of my videos, you know that additioning is just coming in with various elements and laying them in there before you put them down to see how you like it. I think the colors are wrong too. So you know what? I decided the colors are wrong, so we're gonna switch them. What, you say? How can you do that? Let's see if this works. So this is a yellow color. And I'm sort of trying to pick up maybe those corally tones. So I've added a little yellow to this pink and green mix. And then I don't know if you can see because of the light how that changed that, but it, you know, mixed with the pink to create that coral tone that's in these elements. Okay. Oh, that's purple. Let's see what happens if I use the pinker color. Yeah. We'll go with it. It's a little brighter than I was expecting, but that's fine. So, and then I'm going to come around and maybe hit these corners, get those a little more pink, not as purple. So, a teensy bit damp. Okay, so I've pivoted a little bit, as you can tell. Ooh, but I like it. I like where it's going. Okay, let me see. What would I do next? I pulled out, yes, I pulled out these. Just looking around for them. These are a lot of fun. I'm not going to take the lid off quite yet. What I'm going to do is just smear some glue. And just a section I think will show up. And remember, this is water soluble under there. So, and then do not sneeze. Do not move too quickly. Do not breathe over this. And I'm just going to use it to add a little bling. And I'm just using my glue. So I've literally just licked my finger to try and pick this up. And I'm going to put it down in a couple of spots. My fingers are going to be gilded for a little while. And then I'm just going to take a little brush and I'm just going to rub that away. See what I get. Oh, see, do not blow. Okay, I'm going to let that sit. I'm going to cover this so otherwise it will all blow away. And I'm going to go back to, yeah, that's what it needed. A little bingly bling. Okay, so getting there. Just doing a little threesome there. In that corner, I'm going to go ahead and glue this down, and then I'm going to Let's see, what else did I do? Ooh, that's right, I forgot. I pulled these. Here. Let's see if there's anything in here that'll offer a nice contrast. Well, right off the bat, I would say that's adorable. And let's see. Okay, I like that. Got this is a sticker. Glue this down. So that is an example of what we might do. And if we have time, we do a couple of them. Let's see, put that gleam in from behind. And, you know, depending on the supplies out, you could layer more, depending. This is a fairly sedate for this sort of thing, but I hope it gives you an idea of what's possible with the Rolodex Club. And yeah, so think about this next Monday or Tuesday. The theme will be butterflies. We'll just start with that. And so I'll have butterfly dies out, butterfly imagery, butterfly stickers, butterfly stuff, and all the pretty bits to go with it, so that you can create something approximating this. Let's see if I can get this so you can see what it looks like. Anyway, let's go explore. See come. All right, so I hope that gives you a little bit of an idea of what Rolodex Club is about, and what a mixed media paper style can look like. And if that looks good to you, hopefully we'll see you Tuesday. And keep an eye out. Their class is going to be loaded up on the website, doing more paper layering and the like. There are actually a bunch of new classes on the website now anyway because of the open house on Friday. So hopefully you've had a chance to take a look at those. If not, I invite you to go look at them now. And yeah, hopefully something will catch your eye. Thanks, everybody.